Greetings everyone, please go mode to make sure everything's set on up. Which appears to be going. Feels like YouTube's been not very quick on the some date. Like it's all good. Yeah, looks like everything's good right now. Give me I can't speak. Give me another moment to check my other computer. And looks like everything's good to go. So let's go and get started. Got a handful of replays. And let's start from the top. Let me get my hand. And looks like everything's good. Let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Let's player. On bottom right side as the red Japanese, we have the Canadian Japanese. Spawn top left side as the blue Russians, we have a foreign name. Which one the icons? Symbols, glyphs, is an A in a box. There's a weird variation of the copyright symbol, which is a C in a circle, I'm guessing. And that's the best I can get there. Orchard Rickshaw making his way up north. No deck selected by either player just yet. Got a shared orchard eventually being tasked there. Brian being born, but built. I cannot speak. Lions like my pixels. I have no idea what that means. Maybe that's another person means. I know what that means. Some bros. I guess it's something named Lion? I don't know a lot of names. Sorry. I'm one of those people who I'm not really part of a community. I'm more or less just in my own corner, just doing my own thing. Hence probably the avatar as well. Yeah. Blue overall's having trouble shooting the local doggos, which I'm sort of fine with that. He's not an ATF agent. We do now have... He's trying to steal his Drift of Turpin. What's Terrapin? Terrapin? Turpin? Isn't Turpin like some sort of like word that they say in ancient mythology for the Norse? Terrapin. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Is it the same thing? What is a terrapin? Now I'm just really going crazy. But either way, we do have a deck selected. We do have a card I'm not familiar with. We got Mountain Warrior. Monk and attack hit points increase. Japanese monks gain greater resource rewards from treasures. So he's going to pilfer the land of all the treasures. We also got the Endless Irregulars. Holy Refuge. Monastery improvements cheaper and ships a monastery rickshaw. Huh. He's going for some sort of mercenary deck or outlaw deck. We got villagers, wood, coin, shrine wagons, Yumi archers, Yumi archer attack, Ashigaru musketeers, diplomatic intrigue, Daimyo motatata, shared orchard rickshaws, villagers, wood, coin, Yumi archers, way of the bone, Ashigaru musketeers, close combat, mounted archer, Yabusama, don't know how to pronounce any sort of name, Ino rush, flaming arrows, more flaming arrows, and the Shogun. We do now have the number 1 deck, which is better than number 2 deck. We got the wood trickle. Even though that's English, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Distributivism. Yeah, I can't even pronounce it before. Sorry, in English. Wood coin. Schultzy, poor chicks. Or New Order regiments, Cossacks, Advanced Arsenal, Spice Trade, Wood Coin, Strela Combats, Porshix, Polk. Porshix hit points increased. Porshix gain more hit points from nearby infantry, so we got a horde effect and as well as more increased hit points. And those are the unique halberdier, or the not so unique, but cheap halberdier unit that the Russians could pull on field. Cavalry combat, cavalry archers, Slovenias, increase the melee damage of cavalry archers, Streltsy, and Porshix. Balkanets, Roman, Trulet Horde, Boyar's Toy Soldiers, Tsar Cannon, and Factory. So we got a Porshik Shrilet deck, maybe with a bit of cavalry, a follow-up. We do now the age up to the quartermaster, and over here we do have the age up with the Torii Gate. So we give him a free samurai and a military rickshaw. No shipments there, just villagers. Shipment of wood. We do not have a barracks being built there. He might be eyeing for a bit of aggression. His cards, he's going for the shrine wagon, so maybe not eyeing for aggression, maybe going for a faster castle. Monk's now pushing his way forward. Bit of coin being collected on hub. But I cannot speak today, can I? Probably because I haven't gotten any decent sleep in feels like a month. Either way, we do not have a samurai push his way forward. Samurais do have excellent siege damage, 67. Of course, they are a 2 population unit, and effectively a pikeman has what, 30, 32? And even then, for dividing the population based on siege attack, it's still even better than a pikeman. So, samurai have great siege. And a good sword. Multiple houses being built, or shrines, probably from the shrine wagons. Do have now a very fine code. Recruits are the cheap musketeer variant that the Russians can pull on field. We also got a church for some divine intervention. Does not have any sort of church card there. It's just doing that for primarily for the part of the experience struggle. Recruits now being recruited. And stable, eyeing for some stability. And a coin for some money. Yeah, I don't have a good pun for that. The samurai has taken some severe damage, has the same health as a pikeman now. Got around Ashigaru Musketeers. Ashigaru Musketeers, you have great damage for their population. Recruits, not so much. They're meant to be dirt cheap. They have 18 damage. Standard Musketeer damage is what, 23? And they have 30 less health as well. A Standard Musketeer has 150. Ashigaru Musketeers, more of a advanced version Musketeer, costing 120 rather than 100. So a 20% increase for 1 extra point of damage, 20 extra hit points. So effectively, they're not exactly, I don't think that was necessarily cost effective, but they're very population efficient to cost the same population. I am not sure how to pronounce that improvement. We do now have the Town Watch research, and a research we're not going to talk about. More recruits being employed out. And more Ashigaru Musketeers. So maybe a good idea to bring in shipment of Yumi Archers. We got a stable for more stability for the Japanese player. Maybe for some Nakanata Riders, we're not going to be super great against the recruits. He's pulling a good number of Ashigaru Musketeers, so a good counter. I'm not saying a good counter. A counter would be the Shrilets. After all, their effectiveness is numbers. Even as a counter unit, they're not that great. Villager does take quite a bit of bullets there. Recruits here in good numbers. 8 Ashigaru Musketeers versus approximately a large number of recruits. 8. So the Japanese player is winning. They retreat. He's taking a lot of damage on the retreat. The samurai is still alive as well. More recruits are here. It may have been better for him to stand and fight with some of those forces. After all, he lost so much in the retreat. He may have saved 4 at very little damage in return. Got a single Cossack in the field. Cossacks are a cheaper Hussar variant. They offer good damage, little less so. Overall, pretty population efficient compared to Hussars. Hussars have what? 320 health? So I have 33% less health, only slight less damage, for about 25% less cost. So overall, Cossacks are very population efficient compared to Hussars. Now I got some Strelets being put on the field, going for New Order regiments. Will give him more health and damage on Strelets, recruits, and Porschiks. That'll give us recruits a little bit more capability, bring them more up to the line for other musketeers. Not quite. It'll help even out, but also does affect some of his other cheap units. Become a bit more cost effective at least. After all, the base cost of a recruit is what? 60, 80, lowered it down to 75, 25% cost for about now not even 25% reduction. Overall, very cost effective to say at least right now. Does get out some more Strelets, so now he does have 20 Strelets, but he's going to fight a good number of Naginata Riders. The recruits need to make sure they take out those Naginata Riders. We got a round of Cossacks here that help engage Naginata Riders on equal footing. Recruits or Cossacks try to wait forward. Naginata or Ashgar Musketeers may want to go into melee mode to deal with the Cossacks. Recruits are in melee mode. They're going to do good work against Naginata Riders. Naginata Riders are getting ripped apart. Strelets are going to be doing just fine against these Ashgar Musketeers. And overall, it looks like the Russian player will win out. Pushing, getting those recruits into melee mode once again. Musketeers being focused on by the Strelets. Not many targets left for them. The monks themselves are classified not as heavy, so they won't receive bonus damage from the Strelets. They won't receive negative damage either. Does smoke bomb one of the monks away, starting to counterattack. Strelets have horrendously bad siege damage, like any other equivalent units, such as crossbowmen. Now I've got a forward blockhouse, relatively forward blockhouse being put on the field. We got a shipment of Porschiks. Not sure what their siege damage is, but he does need some more effective siege troopers. Recruits offer a little bit more siege damage, but nothing too bad. Musketeers have 20 versus 18. There's a round of Naginata Riders. He's actually running out of recruits. And the Strelets will get ripped apart by Naginata Riders, receiving plus 50% extra damage. And that round of Naginata Riders will win out. Does get lose one of them there at the blockhouse. Porschiks now put on the field, so as a good number of them has... They do have 27 siege damage, above average siege damage. And attack is decent. Stable will go down. He's going for more Naginata Riders. Maybe a good idea if the Russian player eye not Strelets, he needs recruits. Recruits offer a good, decent bayonet. Strelets don't. 40 villagers versus 35. Of course, we've got a good number of shrines in the field. 120 population, so perhaps what? 11 shrines on the field. We do not have another stable being put on the field. We've got the Advanced Monastery. Not sure what he can get out with it. Huh. It's not golden for the Advanced Monastery. It doesn't say renames of Advanced Monastery. Clearly a misleading card, renaming the monastery to Advanced Monastery. Either way, some of the shrines started being torched on down. Very nice. We now have a blockhouse here. The explorers here. Now we've got a decent army here of Naginata Riders and Ashgar Musketeers, as does a round of Yumi Archers, being anti-heavy unit. They offer 50% damage against heavy infantry, unlike regular archers, like crossbowmen. And they also have really good damage as well. Longbowmen, they have similar damage to longbowmen, but longbowmen have twice the attack speed. Ashigaru musketeers have 10 melee damage, actually a little bit less than standard musketeers, so they're actually not great in melee compared to other heavy infantry units. Even though recruits do better in melee by 1 point. So the Porsches can do quite well against them, assuming they can actually connect. Porsches being a cheaper halberdier unit actually moves slightly faster. I think halberdiers usually move at 4 rather than 4.25. I could be mistaken about that. Does consent the blockhouse, sees a pretty sizable arm here. Everyone plays at 100 out of 100. The Russian player has 90 out of 105. Going for the spice trade and the socket bayonet. Recruits get a volley there. Does have a handful of streelets. I think that's an adequate number of streelets. He doesn't really need too many. Oh, you can never have enough of them. Honestly, 10 may actually not be enough still. We've also got the looks like Japanese isolationism. Porsches now engaging. Should be a report knocking out the riders, but the Porsches are getting ripped apart themselves. Being hit by the Yumi archers and the musketeers. Does pull back to knocking out the riders. Porsches, they offer good damage both against all targets, so they need to they can hit anything in melee. Now only the streelets pretty much remain, so the streelets are starting to go on down. And the Russian army will be wiped on out. Quantity versus quality. And the Japanese player did come up quite ahead. It still has 100 population in the field versus opponents just now down to 50. The Japanese player did not take too many losses, but they are quite wounded. The monks are healers, so you can stay back, get them healed up, maybe push forward the not wounded units. It's going to take a long time to heal up those units. Maybe not even worth it to take time to heal up. Now the anvil's hot. Now it's time to hammer. Streelets being put on the field as more recruits. He does have also blockhouse down here that's not producing. So he has 2 blockhouses here producing. Maybe a good idea to go for around Porsche and start hitting his opponent's base. I'll keep him at home. Oh, howdy, I just saw your humble comment. I can't speak. We also got the drummers. Japanese player can't go for shipment, not deploying out anything, not villagers. Maybe good idea to go for the daimyo. Maybe Ashigaru, the Yumi archer attack. I'd say either of those would be good right now. Villagers starting to get gunned on down. Explorer will go down. Streelets may want to push forward and hit those Ashigaru musketeers, but he was getting hit by his own choke point. Now he's going to use his own choke point in his favor, but he's not engaging. Japanese players 107, Russian players 198. Remember, his force is of much lower quality. Another round of recruits here. Blockhouse does go down. More musketeers coming from the north. Does destroy the house there. The Russian player is basically a pop cap now. Naginata's taking some severe damage, and Mizo's Naginata's alive. Streelets charging the way forward. That's not good. Yep, I think that misclick the Streelets there is going to make the Russian lose. Because having them charge forward like that into Naginata riders, they just get ripped apart. Naginata riders do effectively 45 damage per attack, and those Streelets have around 80 health, so they will get 2-shotted by the Naginata riders. Either way, this is Angray saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Of course, if someone hit F10, because there's so many RTSs that have F10 as the load or menu button. At 2v2 here. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the yellow Japanese Canadian. Spawn on the bottom side as the red Ottoman, we have Elmo. Spawn on the north side as the magenta US of A, we have V. And spawn as the red Mexicans, we have Slav for Ella, I think. Slav for Ella? Or Slavavella? I have no idea if I'm supposed to say the four or not. Sometimes I'm not good at lead speak. The Autumn player has locked in the deck. We do have the R deck, which means Revolution. Got Yorick, Silk Road, Land Grab, Yorick's, Food, Wood, Coin. That looks like at least a fast fortress. I hear some dead hyenas. We got cows. Sabeki, Advanced Arsenal, Wood, Endurance School, Sapahi, Cavalry School, Particular Rural Mint, Refrigeration, Grenade Launchers, Covered Wagons, Kuleli School, Sapahi, Factory, and Factory. Mexican player has not selected the deck, but it's a good chance he's going to revolt. The US deck has America. Triple X. So we got Capitalism, Dutch Immigrant, German Immigrants, got quite a bit of coin there, plus Settler Wagons, Wood Coin, Springfield Army, Hamilton Economics, Virginia General Assembly, blah. Cigar Roller, Blockhouses, Wood Coin, United States Army, Continental Rangers, Buffalo Soldiers, Rolling Artillery, Refrigeration, Textile Mills, Pulaski's Legion, Coffee Mill Guns, and Corvette's Legion. The Mexican player has the 1x1 deck, which is different than the 1v1 deck. We do have the Hacienda and 2 Settler Independence moves, so likely it's going to revolt in age 2 or 3. Our revolting, Cathedral Construction, Villagers, Wood Coin, Insurgents, Saltilleros, Advanced Arsenal, Relos, Net Renegade Navajo, Fort, Liberation March, more Wood, Follow Explorer there rather than that wagon, Los Coladeros Wagon, Insurgents, Heavy Cannon, Chapultepec Castle, Ships of Fort Wagon, Increased Line Sight of Forts, Factory, and the Spanish Sympathizer. We have the Holy Refuge card being brought in, and we've got the Mountain Warrior, Enlisted Irregulars, Holy Refuge, Villagers, Wood Coin, Shrine Wagons, Yumi Archers, Yumi Archer Attack, Ashigara Musketeers, Diplomatic Intrigue, Daimyo, Cheddar Rickshaws, Villagers, Wood Coin, Yumi Archers, Way of the Bow, Ashigara Musketeers, Close Combat, Yasume Archers, Rush, Flaming Arrows, and the Shogun. Swamp Puppers going on down. Alright, no, these are Salt Crocodiles. Salty Lizards. Let's go with that. Alligators or Swamp Puppers? Crocodiles? What should I call them? Salty Lizards? Maybe? I don't know. Usually supposed to say crocodiles of salt water for some odd reason. I don't think that's correct. They're both alligators and crocodiles are both freshwater and saltwater, right? Howdy. Thank you. I think I've seen you make a lot of messages on Cup Heroes 1 stuff rather than Age of Empires 3. So here's Age of Empires 3 today. And I'm having trouble speaking like always. We now have the Tory Gates being researched. US has researched the Pennsylvania, getting access to the Philadelphia Convention and Manny Festival. We do have for the Mexican player who's aging up with. It'd be helpful if I didn't switch off them. I can't. the Tlaxcala, so he's definitely going to revolt in Age 2. Oh, that name's actually quite long. But I just can't speak today, can I? Either way, hyena down. The laughing dog goes. Berry bushes have been alerted. I'm not sure if that means anything. And he will claim some stray doggos. Or doggies. Zebu cattle, so they're actually the African cattle. Yeah, I should stop trying to nickname all the animals in the game. Here now, the artillery foundry and the barracks being put up by the Japanese player. We may mind for a bit of aggression. We do have a shipment of the shrine wagons. This would be deployed by the military rickshaw and the artillery foundry. Oh no, that's from his teammates. So it looks like going quite a bit of aggression. Probably some obelisk guns with Ashigaru musketeers support, I'm guessing. But a good idea to not go for the Yumi archers. Unless he's going for the grenadiers. Guess we'll wait and see. And yep, the Mexican player revolted. How revolting. Gone for the Central Americans, which does not transform all his villagers into warriors. The Central Americans, he's going for the triple frontier outposts with that's the blockhouses. Not blockhouses. Frontier outpost upgrade. And let's see, gets access to the ships for soldados. You get a free retard with all future shipments. That's a pretty good one to go for early on. Salvadoran coffee. It says additional shipment, so there's a one-time shipment of villagers. Revolutionaries settlers become revolutionaries as they die. Nope, just 4 players. It is 2v2. And the other cars, let's see, does have access to town militia, ring guns, spies, assassins, shipment, or upgrade stuff. Age 2 revolts are not too particularly great. A more good way to bypass Age 3. Blue and yellow massing a force got Ashigaru musketeers and obelisk guns as I predicted. Shrine wagons being shipped on in, going for Virginia General Assembly. We've got New Hampshire being brought on in as well, or being granted statehood, I should say. The 3 outposts are being deployed in defensive positions, of course, gave them 50% extra damage and extra health. So the Mexican player, I think it's going to be under siege first. The US player does have a barracks way up there, but off the side, he needs to start getting out some regulars. There is a bit of an army being built here. I don't really look up game journalism. Game journalism is a pretty big joke. After all, just look at Gamergate. We do have now the General and the Padre both went down here, and Yellow made them push way forward. I mean, if you're talking about complex RTSs, grand strategy games are still doing quite well, like Paradox's Hearts of Iron 4, and Stellaris. In RTSs, there just simply haven't been any massive releases, at least good releases. Probably the most decent releases that came out will probably be Age of Empires 4, which was a decent release, and Iron Harvest. The problem is when it comes to games journalists, they are just inadequate. They don't really care about what they're writing about. Yep. Yeah, Gamergate was a shit show. It's just... And if you look at Wikipedia, it's a prime example why you can't trust Wikipedia. The Wikipedia article on Gamergate is the reason why Wikipedia needs to have primary sources as an option for sources because they only allow secondary sources. Primary sources are not allowed. Cove Wagon being shipped on in, and the Russian-American company, which will give them a pair of blockhouses. I really think blue and yellow can push forward. Strangely enough, of all the places that does Gamergate more justice, and when it comes to journalism, was actually Conservopedia. Probably just could be considered very much in the right wing, but yet can actually cover that non-biasedly. Yep.
Yes.
Apparently also, when it comes to fact-checking and sources, the news segment on 4chan has a higher standard than even Wikipedia. It's sad how those two sites are much more reliable. Oh, the revolution has ended. Right in time to be under siege. Frontier outpost under siege. But this is quite a bit forced there, and simply they have not built any sort of defense force. You got a collection of books, perfect what they need to fight against a bunch of guys with guns and grenades. Books. Yep, and this is what happens if you don't prepare. You lost this general and padre here, and yet they did not even build any sort of military units. The US Guard has some military units, but not enough. They solve for the production structures. You know they're going to be aggressive with that. Yeah. Yep, all mainstream. You got companies like CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. They're all junk. Oh yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, that's basically Gamergate 2.0. And journalists think they're still on the right side of history when it comes to Gamergate. Oh yeah. They're definitely all dying. We do not have the Grenadiers engaging, getting a great hit there, takes out a couple of the Gatling guns. But the Mexican players pretty much knocked out the game. Villagers trying to migrate around. They're starting to migrate to... God. They're migrating to the US border. Oh, I should not have made that joke. We do not have the Naginata Riders getting ripped apart by the regulars. Obus guns could bash them in the head as well. The regulars. Which civilization is the best propaganda? Never really looked into ancient civilization propaganda. I know the most successful, I would say, no idea. The problem is, back then, written record was just not really a thing. Gatling guns got blown in the field, they immediately get gunned on down. Yeah, I just don't know which civilization would have the best, And that's the end of the replay. This is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yeah, I don't know which civilization would have the best propaganda, because back then, if anybody tells you anything, you have no way to fact check it. I mean, that's the ability for people to fact check themselves is more of a recent phenomenon. Pretty much, king/elite, or even religious figures as well. After all, look at the Crusades, jihads, and other things that sort. I would say one civilization you probably can take anything to be real about them was probably the Mongols, and because like if you don't surrender, you die, and that was pretty much accurate. Let's see now. Whoops, that is way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the right side is the red British, we have McCleve. Spawn as the blue British, we have Horse underscore of underscore iron. Thank you. Manor house now being built. I wonder, mirror matchups? I tend to like the mirror matchups, but when it comes to Age of Empires series, I don't really have a whole lot of replays to choose from. But at least in mirror matchups in Age of Empires 3, there can be quite a bit more variety thanks to the way how their decks are able to be built and or selected and or deployed.
Yes.
Or I guess the word is, and never mind. Don't make a stupid X or a NOR joke, but that's probably not gonna be great. Let's see. Both players are going for food. No villagers wood, so the initial age up is going the same. No weird, oh, I'm going to get all my manor houses in age 1 build. Oh, see you later. Perhaps on, well, Cup Heroes 2 on Monday, Cup Heroes 1 on Wednesday. So one of those 2 dates. Or Age of Empires 4 tomorrow. Shipment could be brought in for our British player number 1. This is the blue British player. The blue British player's deck is Have Wood. He's going for manor houses. Got villagers, Virginia Company. Greenwich Time, villagers, Woodwood Coin, Longbowmen, Musketeers, Frontier Defenses, Advanced Arsenal, Hanover Allies, villagers, Longbowmen, Yeomen, Musketeers, Coldstream Guards, Hussars, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Advanced Artillery, Fort, Gentlemen the Pike, Factory. And we got Fast Fortress, so I wonder which player selected their deck first. If one person saw like the Fast Fortress deck, he may have countered with the Manor House deck. If the other person, maybe the Manor House deck got deployed on the field, and the other player's like, yeah, I'm gonna go for Fast Fortress and rush out some cannon. I wonder if they inspected each other's decks. By the way, the Fast Fortress player, we got Villagers, Greenwich Time, Woodwood Coin, Musketeers, Scots Guards, Advanced Arsenal, Glorious Revolution, Settlers, Wood Coin, Longbowmen, Yeomen, Musketeers, Coldstream Guards, Hussars, Falconets, Giant Grenadier, Higher Giant Grenadiers, Longbowmen, Gentlemen the Pike, Concrete Rockets, Infinite Rockets, Factory. I can see a Fast Fortress, Fast Falconet build wouldn't be half bad against the Fast or Mass Manor build. Blue, it has 11 villagers on wood, and red has a lot of villagers onto food. So we could see, yep, we do see the, well, no, that's age 2. We now have the governor being selected. Over here, do got the governor. So the Fast Fortress player went for a slower age 2. 3 villagers on coin, a number of villagers on food, a handful on wood, so he's going for more of a mixed approach. There goes, there's a large number of villagers on coin. So he's going for a balanced approach. We got more of a focus approach here. Going for food and wood. Going for the hunting doggos and the very fine coat. The governor does give access to an outpost wagon for defense. When it comes to natives of the map, we could see the Tengri Shrine, which gave you access to Lipkar Tartars, which against British, maybe not so great because they tend to go more on the Musketeers and the primary Longbowmen. Longbowmen would be a very good counter to this, but some of the local doggos could be very useful. After all, dogs are not classified as heavy nor light infantry, so they won't receive any bonus damage from Longbowmen. So the Tengri Wolves may be a bit better. Yeah, cows, very nice, or yaks, they tend to talk back. And we've got the wooden horses, and I just realized we do have a proxy stable outpost and manor houses. I was not paying attention. Red has gone for 2 trade posts. And might as well. Red's going Fast Fortress. Blue's deck suggests actually mass manor houses, but it may be a fake out in order to ambush his opponent with something. Red has no village on coin. He's relying on coin shipments, looks like. So he may aim for a good number of hussars.
Yes.
We got a round of redcoats. Well, they're not redcoats yet. Then you go the bayonet mode. One villager does go down there. One of the hussars go down as well. Fast Fortress player is want more musketeers. He's not going for Fast Fortress anymore. Going for good musketeers could easily overwhelm all this infrastructure, getting him some experience. Let's see, what does Red see here? Red may or may not see it. I don't know if the replay is more of the hide stuff, but look at how much Red has not explored on the map. Red has not really explored all too much. While Blue has explored a decent amount. We got more hussars being pulled up by Blue. And of course, spacebar allows me to re-hit the same button hit over here. And if it's vision mode, it's turn on and off fog war, which can be nice, but I won't switch between players. And I don't know any other button to do that. If it would, I would definitely rebind it.
Ready.
We got a good number of musketeers deployed on out here. He's a decent damage there. We do also have salt mines on this map. Salt mines do have a 10,000 coin deposit of delicious salt. After all, salt goes great with everything. Like popcorn, you should always add a bit of popcorn to your salt. Hussars do fall back there. Blue does have a barracks here. Deploying out, got 2 barracks here. Bringing a shipment of musketeers and deploying up more musketeers. So this is another 10 more musketeers. Oh, wait, that's 12. I can't count. Red has a decent force of defensive musketeers. Red he's going for his age up, going for a shipment of wood. If he sees all the longbow, or not longbow, musketeers, it could be a good idea to go for some longbowmen. He's aging up to the Mohawk Statesman, which will give him a handful of native Mohawk or Haudenosaunee Mohawk tomahawks. That will basically be a zero population musketeer variant, a more or less disposable unit, but a supplementary force, which causing no population, which tend to not be an issue for British players, because they tend to spam with manor houses. But having 0 population units upon age up is not bad.
Yes.
Blue's not pushing forward with a sizable army. Red needs to get out some more musketeers. This outpost will buy him some time. Blue's now bringing some pikemen to bring it for some good torches. They know how to light a fire. More manor houses being built. The Mohawk Haudenosaunee tomahawks are now pulling a few. They offer also anti-cavalry damage at range, so they're more or less their own variant rather than heavy infantry. A nice on engage. Hussar is going to go on down. They do offer 16 damage while maintaining regular attack speed, so they're not great for these musketeers, like regular tomahawks. Some of the tomahawks are going to go on down. All the tomahawk spears went down. Blue has a force of 10 here. Got 10 villagers inside of the town citizens was getting 9 damage per shot, providing good fire support, but red is starting to disintegrate. Does get around a longbowman. Blue is not going for any more forces. He was not planning to follow up the attack with anything. Following up a shipment of wood. He has a lot of food on the field. Still going for a good number of villagers on chopping down trees. He only has 6 manor houses in the field, so he's now going to transition to his mass manors, though does not have Virginia Company researched. He may wait until that's researched. And red, in my opinion, since he has the age-up advantage, most civilizations don't really have a counter to, or adequate counter to falconets, so he could eye for a temporary transition to falconet dragoon composition. Falconets would be good against all infantry. Dragoons help engage the one thing that can counter them from age 2, the Hussar. Or even just falconet pikemen. I'm biased towards falconets and heavy cannons because they put holes in many things. Big holes. The pikeman's doing a good job. Torch down all the trade posts up here. Blue has replaces the trade posts with his own. Going for more hussars. More musketeers and villagers. Though he's a little bit low on food to get out more villagers. 35 versus 32 villagers, and blue is transitioned to a fishing economy. I was not expecting that. Maybe because he doesn't want to take time to spend a shipment on Virginian Company, so instead of going for manor houses, he's just going to go for fishing boats. You can always go for a Virginian Company later. He may keep that shipment for his next age. He has 14 villagers on coin, not enough villagers on food.
Ready?
Oh, this explorer saying Duke of Wellington.
Ready?
The Duke of Wellington is stabbing the musketeers. And up here, this explorer's name is Martin Thompson. Probably randomly generated name. Trade posts being built. You do have more musketeers being pulled on the field. Red has a sizable army now advancing. And now have the veteran musketeer research for the red player, for the red coats. For blue coats, we got more musketeers and fishing boats. So Britannia rule the waves and the red coats. I'm going with super for all the sayings, aren't I? Trade post goes on down.
Yes. Come on then, man.
These fishing boats may want to migrate to more in sea and get the salmon there. More musketeers been pulled up by our blue. We do have an army of 42 here. His army is actually eyeing for a counterattack over here. Has an army of 18, 5 pikemen, so that's a good amount of torch damage. But this area, he has no arm to stop this, so he's going to go for a base race. But currently right now, blue does not have enough DPS for a base race situation. Pikemen are good and all, but that's basically another 3 torches for his army size. So I would effectively say it's about 21 units for torches versus 21 musketeers, and longbow are basically half, so 30. As offhand math. That is really bad math. Sorry, these are British maths. Either way, settler does go down there and start to siege the town center first, and blue does have advantage. Red's trying to fall back. Handful of musketeers here and villagers. These are better musketeers now, offering a bit more damage and health. These villagers don't know what the second men are, so their damage output is 3. And red is one of those good number of villagers. Red has 42 villagers. 35 are inside the town center. Town center is taking some more damage. And the red coats have a ride. The red coats are reveling. Villagers do pop on out. Town center will be torched. Red's starting to migrate up north. And Red could take time to destroy all this infrastructure.
Yes.
It's Army 43 versus an army of 36, but of course these are also veteran musketeers. The Longbourn are not veteran just yet, but they're still an adequate backline unit. It has a good number of them as well. 25, that will put holes or arrows in all of those musketeers, no problem. All the infrastructure will be torched on down. Red is really trying to pump up that town center. And he could just actually not build a town center, just to build just more manor houses to get more villager production. By the way, town center is being built. Blue's now trying to attack Spode's base. Red's going to be torching the stuff. Trying to take down the collect the coin. And he will be spot this force. The blue coats are coming. The blue coats are coming. And now got this church being torched.
I feel me stronger now.
Town center now being built. And it's going for a secondary town center. How many manor houses does Red have? Has 17 out of 20, so he can't really squeeze out anymore. Blue has how many manor houses himself? Has access to 16 out of 20 as well, so it's built a good number, and so has a good number of fishing boats on the field. Got now the stagecoach research and the steel traps. He can now age up. He's aging up with the bishop. That'll allow him to move diagonally a little bit better towards his opponent's town center. Town centers. That'll give him a nice bit of experience form of rebate, and now you can task them all to something else. But usually I try to keep, first I like the experience shipments, because I like getting all my cards in. I build my deck and I want all the cards. Either way, he is aging up, no shipment available. So he will have another shipment soon, so, you know, going the Falconets or the Advanced Artillery can both be pretty good. Yeah, maybe in the fourth. I can say one of these three cards could be useful. Maybe Yeoman? Either way, Falconets now deployed in the field. Log Flume's now being researched. It's a good ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Secondary town center now built. One villager will get hacked apart. Blue does have a slight villager advantage. Red's Falconets rotating around. No, does have a handful of Hussars in the region. You need to keep those Musketeers nearby. Yep. Doesn't spot the Falconets just yet, which is good. They'll just sneak inside the town center. And a church does go down. Falconets push way forward. Good damage there. Blue's now backing off. His army is much smaller, 35 versus 59. Red's Explorer does go down. The Duke of Wellington is now down.
Commandment.
Town Watch is now being researched, and also the research we shall not talk about. How many fishing boats has he built?
Yes.
10, a decent number. I don't know what's a good number, but that will give him plenty of food income. He's going for the fishing lines as well to get more fish for his chips.
Come on, then, man.
Gym and falconets for blue as well. And now he's also bringing chests of coin and one experience from, one experience shipment. They'll just make it hit. This is quite a bit of force deployed out by red. Blue's army is now eyeing for a counterattack. There's going to be a lot of manor houses to torch through. He's got to be a bit of a home wrecker to get through all of that. We do not the culturing guards being shipped on in. All that stuff will go down. Blue has some villages here and there. He may want to migrate out of there.
Yes.
British town center is taking some damage from the various. It's both British. The red town center is taking some damage there. Musketeers right forward. Got both of them have veteran musketeers. No veteran musketeers. Got the militia here. He may want the militia here before the town center gets torched. Various research here, including and plants more falconets. Blue is. Militia firing away. Villagers migrating to the other town center. One falconet does go down. Because some more villagers with the falconet. And both falconets do go down. Red's army falling on back.
Ready.
Villagers migrating back on home. Baron Longbowman researched by the red player.
Yes.
Azar's pushing down south over here. Just more infrastructure being wiped on out. There's artillery foundry and the advanced arsenal.
Ready.
Falconets provide some fire support. Or some retaliation, I should say.
Yes.
Musketeers being overran. Now got a shipment of giant grenadiers. They are an effective light infantry unit. No, they're actually heavy infantry, not light infantry. They have 36 damage, 2 AoE. Azar getting some decent damage. Blue's army will be cleaned on up. You will save the other town center. A couple of the giant grenadiers do survive as well. They do offer only 12 range, so don't have increased range.
Commandment.
Longbowman's taking some fire there.
Yes.
I think he should push forward. He may be worried about those falconets.
Ready.
Red's falconets push away forward. Sam's speakeasy has been built, so he's gone for. The red player has gone for a tavern. Going for a round of Jaegers. Oh, that should be fun. I do like Jaegers and Highlanders. They're a good unit. You got Jaegers with Santa hats and the Highlanders wearing kilts.
Commandment.
Who has a small force here, just some prevent harassment.
You think that ye ransomed me?
Blue's got Explorer back.
Ready.
Falconets could receive some attacks here. Blue's Falconets get a great volley there. Red so has some longbowmen cross the river in a cinematic position. Red's Falconets push way forward. Blue's Falconets are very stacked up. You can get some good splash damage there. Gets a good hit there, but the Falconets are still alive. Red's lost one. Red's lost both. Blues are still both. They're wounded but alive, which means they can get good shots on in. Longbowmen maybe will finish off pretty quickly. They only have 20 health. Oh, got extra health. What actually got him additional health? Is there advanced arsenal shipment that gives them additional health? Is that what happened there? I can't remember what all of the upgrades are. There must have been an advanced arsenal health to get increased health. I don't remember what all the advanced arsenal shipments are, but they have 10% additional health, which may allow them to survive a volley from the Falconets. That maybe would have happened. These Falconets have, what, 100 damage?
Yes.
So that little bit there allows them to win the artillery war. That's actually a pretty good thing to remember. Either way, Blue's going for a fort and socket bayonets. Red has an Alpera culverins in the field. They do 160 damage per shot. They will two-shot the Falconets still. The church once again gets torched down. Was it the third church being torched? Church being torched? Ah, I can't. I'm just slurring all of my words today. And I don't drink. Other than unhealthy amounts of caffeine. Falconet gets sniped. Ah, he just went for seed drill. He must have some mills on the field. Nope, Red has mills in the field. Can't really claim any more fauna. This stuff is a little bit too forward, so he's forced to go for the farm economy now.
Yes.
And this is not Age of Empires 4, where they get absurd farming bonuses. And Dennis Castle now being put on the flank. Just waiting his opponents want to advance the flank and threaten the trade. So Blue's in a great position, while Red seems like they've been having a great army the entire time. Blue, it just feels like doing quite well. Fishing boats are vulnerable to cannon fire. Because one cannon has to do times 10 damage, so that's 400 damage per shot. Large overkill on the fishing boats. The fishing boat named the fishing boat. So the fishing boats don't really bother naming their ships or their boats like any other good captain. Red and Hussar and the pillage research for Blue. Red is eyeing for more musketeers. Blue has now advanced through the industrial age, so maybe eyeing for some factories. Some rockets will not be half bad. Going for the Iron Horse. Blue's now trying to advance. Blue has a lot of infrastructure which Red needs to destroy. Those do go down. There's actually, while there's a lot of manor houses here, nothing really critical. Its manor houses do have 140 costs. If we lose all the manor houses, he can simply get the Virginia Company, and then he can just simply get more villagers with his manor houses. All these villagers are going down. It's Boston all over again. It's just much worse. And out in the open. And not in town.
Yes.
We do now have the Scots Guard being researched by Red. Who actually has a trading post here. You can get out some research here. Mounted units and pets move faster. Cumins, local area, that's Yaks. And Calvin Shock can train faster. Wolves are nice, but they're not going to be too particularly useful against those musketeers and falconets. And maybe the Lepkar Tatars, the Tatar archers, be good against those Hussars. He has gotten better in Hussar research, but that's about it. Over inspiring way, Blue's falconets push way forward. Right, so has quite a bit of an army here. Has an army of 80 versus an army of 61, but good number of them are Hussars. We're coming for a flank. The Hussars have overrun the artillery. Blue's artillery is starting to get shot up quite a bit. Two falconets remain. Red's takes another one before Blue's lost all of his artillery, so one falconet is still in the field, which can do some serious work.
Yes.
No red coat research. Still got a good number of veteran longbowmen here as well. Brad looks like he will lose out. Has some Jaeger still in the field as well. And red does cast a GG, looks like. That's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. That was way too many British puns. Better. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on bottom left side as the red Japanese, we have Pluto. Spawn on the top right side as the blue Portuguese, we have Rude and Ignorant. I'm not sure why he's playing me, but either way, we do now have, let's see, no deck selected, no deck selected just yet. Killing somebody's tank on hooves. And the Bandit Rider will be stabbed to death by these monks. They both have randomly generated names. Blue's immediately going for a trade post. We got Orastiro. Well, I'm not sure what that means. It's definitely a custom name. If it's not, I'll be surprised. When it comes to natives on the map, we do, of course, have the most important natives. The cow. There's actually a good number of cows in the field, which people can claim. If you find all the cows, it may be decent go for a livestock pen and fatten them up. Japanese, they can't get they have to go for... Yeah, they can't get livestock pens, but they can task the cows on shrines to get more resources. So that's actually very important for the Japanese player to go for those cows. Either way... Now got a deck selected. The 1v1 deck for the Japanese. Includes villagers, Heavenly Kami, villagers, wood coin, the shrine wagons, Yumi archers, Ashikar musketeers, Ashikar musketeer attack, the Mac infantry, Daimyo Multitata, Cherry orchard rickshaws, villagers, coin, Yumi archers, Ashikar musketeers, close combat, Naginata riders, Naginata hit points, bloody harvest, flaming arrows, divine intervention, Ashikar musketeers, flaming arrows, and the shogun. We got normal force 3. I guess it's maybe the third iteration of this deck, which does include Federitas, which is going for now, Town Militia, Wood, Coin, Gunpowder Attack, Infantry, Advanced Arsenal, Spice Trade, so it looks like going to be a fast fortress, Wood, Coin, a Constable, Castadors, Dragoons, Dragoon Combat, Organ Guns, Fort, Refrigeration, Coin, Gunpowder Infantry Combat, Portuguese Expeditionary Force, which includes 6 Castadors, 6 Dragoons, Organ Guns, Grape Shot, Culverins, Heavy Cannons, Factory, and Factory. Japanese deck suggests that he's going for more of a Musketeer deck, which is probably not a good idea because Portuguese tend to rely heavily on Castadors, which are a skirmisher variant that more have a cost similar to Musketeers in proportion, more on food than coin, rather than more closer to a 50-50 split. Organ guns are basically a staple for Portuguese as well, so I don't think Ashikar Musketeer play will be good from the Japanese. Naginata Riders seem a good option to me. Castadors are light infantry, and Organ guns are, of course, not anti-cavalry unit. I think the Naginata Riders would be the better option for the Japanese player. We got the Philosopher Prince being researched, and over here we do now have the Torii Gates, will give him access to 1 free samurai, and of course a military rickshaw, very handy. Local kitty cats going down. Blue will be stealing their spruce trees that they like to sit on like all cats do. Red may find the cow. No, he does not find the cow. Blue's gonna be claiming we'll be killing off these 2 cougars and steal their kitten. or Kit. So there goes Mom and Pa, and the baby will eventually have his revenge on the Explorer. Buttercup shall have her revenge. Ashgar Musketeers now being employed on the field. Collecting heavily from the Charity Orchard, not big surprise. There's Buttercup, the pet cougar, offering 12 damage. Decent melee combatant, similar to Musketeers and melee. Of course, even for a Wildcat, she's not good against villagers. She would rather prefer head pats than to eat them. And now he's being sick and making him kill other cougars with Buttercup, you monster. And these cougars are going to lose their potatoes. The Samurai does offer good siege damage, so this outpost will go down eventually. This town center could have been a bit closer to the trading post, help protect it. Either we do now have 2 town centers on the field. We do now got around Musketeers. He can bring in quite a bit of militia of the Portuguese. I aging up with the Exile Prince. Trading post has been saved. Does get 3 villagers garrisoned inside, offering 27 damage, so slightly better than Musketeer fire support. And the trading post does go down. See, Buttercup, your master is wounded now. Now it's time for your revenge. Placard mines being researched. Over here, do you have a shimmer of wood for the Japanese player? He may be eyeing for his age up relatively soon. He's not building any more military. Nope, he is building more military units. Grind wagons not being pulled on the field to claim all the local deer and bison herds. Red will find another cow up there. Or maybe not. Musketeers not being employed on the field. Good damage there on that villager. He will be gunned down. Another shipment's available. Shipment of coin this time. He almost have enough resources to age on up. It does also have a decent amount of export. Does he have a constable on the field? Does not appear to be. Or consulate. There's a consulate as well as a stable. Going for diplomatic intrigue as well, which will give him effectively 375 export. So you can use that export to import something against, maybe Ottoman would be half bad. To get out some delis, engage Costadors, though he has to be careful about Dragoons, which are alive and existing right now. Portuguese players has advanced to age 3. He's going for the Dutch allies, bringing the bank. Here's the bank wagon. I can another rise 5 of them being pulled on out. Yep, overall Costadors are basically a skirmish variant. Like I said beforehand, they do offer... Actually, they do have higher range resist, don't they? With a little less health, if I remember correctly. They do have more similar costs to Musketeers, so they make them a bit more easier to spam out. Oh, you said what the hell, that cow? But cows are good. Indians know how good cows are, though they don't know how well they taste. Here's a fun fact. Modern milk cows, if you milk them about... dairy farms are able to milk them 2 to 3 times a day and get about 6 to 8 gallons of milk per day from a single cow. Think about that. It gives you context of the family cow back when the families were, say, 12 kids. That's still basically half a gallon of milk for each kid per day. Naginata Riders do take some good damage there from the Dragoons, but now we've got the Musketeers firing away. We now have the age up to the Golden Pavilion, as well as ship available for the next page. Naginata Riders getting some good damage on these, or Dragoons getting some good damage on the Naginata Riders, but they do need to stay away from the Musketeers. All these Dragoons are severely wounded, barring you. You're only slightly wounded. Oh, these Dragoons are gonna go down. You don't need to go to melee mode against these wounded guys. They all wish they were dead. More Dragoons and Cazadores here. Organ guns now being employed on Alp. Okay, stop spam clicking that. He's going to end relations with the Dutch. He wants to be allied with the Dutch. I just hear more ping sounds. I really wish there's a way in this game where I can just simply disable all those spam clicks. I don't hear any error notification when I'm casting. Anyway, we do now a good number of Naginata Riders, more Musketeers being employed on out as well. Log flume being researched. Got a decent number of organ guns here. Organ guns do a little bit less damage to buildings, but offer still good damage in general. Got quite a scary force of Portuguese here. He has 90 on 90 population on the field. And right now his opponent has 81, but some being occupied by these villagers, so he's lacking quite a bit of military right now. He needs some anti-artillery units against the organ guns. Flame arrows right now wouldn't be half bad. They're not necessarily anti-artillery units, but nor are organ guns, in which they can offer some good damage against the Cazadores as well. And sure, they can still be hit by the Dragoons, but you got other units for that to defend them with. Got a good number of Naginata Riders here. That should be very good against the organ guns. Enemy archers, like I said, are not going to be great against those Dragoons. Actually, no, they're going to be fine against Dragoons. So Yumi archers will be fine against the Dragoons. They do not as effective against Cazadores, and they will have to be very careful around those organ guns. The Musketeers offer some decent effect against the Dragoons, but take extra damage from the Cazadores. And of course, you've got the organ guns, who will make and the organ guns really want to see infantry organs. Dragoons to get a good volley there on the Naginata Riders. Infantry starting to push way forward. Once organ guns still running away, takes a bad volley against the structure, so he will lose the organ guns. A lot of his Musketeers and Yumi archers get some great damage across everything. Overall, I felt like a bit of poor control there by Blue. And actually saving his organ guns was actually a bit of a problem. If the organ guns take time to volley the infantry, that may have been a little bit better fight for him, because he's going to focus on the Cazadores with his, or the Naginata Riders with his Dragoons are good. But right now, yeah, he doesn't have enough anti-heavy cav damage, though these Naginatas are severely wounded. Oh, does get around on pikemen. That could be useful. Not pikemen, halberdiers. But they will be countered by the Yumi archers, which also should counter out his Dragoons. Flaming arrow is not being pulled on the field. Yeah, I'm not sure what he should go for. Dragoon combat being pulled on the field, giving plus 20% health and damage on his Dragoons. Very, very good. There are a number of idle villagers there. Got a samurai hacking them apart. The samurai does offer 29 damage with a bit of AoE. Villagers in return have 10. And no AoE. Samurai gets gunned down. Of course, the Portuguese player has a good number of villagers in queue, 49 villagers. So the Japanese player is doing better, relying heavily on these villager shipments, have both times 7. Well, the Portuguese player does not have any sort of villager shipments, so he's able to get other shipments in. Go for more Costars and Dragoons now. Arsenal now deployed in field, bringing a shipment of refrigeration, increasing the collection rate of resources by 20%, or all food income by 20%, including collecting up the cows. Advanced Arsenal takes the fire from the flaming arrows. More musketeers being shipped on or being deployed on in. We do have the increasing hit points of your land military units. Golden Pavilion bonus right now. Bring another shipment of flaming arrows. Dragoon's trying to find opportunity to engage these forces. And there goes the advanced arsenal. Also, is going to get overran here. First, really good engagement there by Naginata Riders. Yeah, those Costars getting ripped apart. This is going to be a massive loss by the Portuguese player, and that probably was game losing those Costars a bit foolish like that. Is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.
Qual é a sua ordem?
Way too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Sorry, I got a bit of a brain fart. So on the bottom right side is the red Chinese. We have the Hick or DEHCC. I have no idea if I should pronounce that or not. Does get a native scout there, the Mongol scout. And for Swan as the left side as the blue Indians, we have Lulin Pasha. On this map, when it comes to natives, we got a very important native, the Yak, as well as access to the Tengri Shrine, which gave you access to some Tatar archers and some local doggos. And more Tengri Shrine. Over here, we do got the Shaolin Temple, which gave you access to the Rats and Shields, which is our shock infantry unit. Red does keep the Yaks, though Red will find Red's Yak as well. Very nice. It does actually... Oh, did he... Blue actually delete the Yak? Or... Yak. Generous experience points. I don't really think so all too much. And finding all these Yaks can be very useful for the Indian player. If he finds enough, he could actually deploy out a sacred shrine to worship the cows. Or Yaks, which are bison, right? Not cows. Are they more of a bison line or a cow line, the yaks? Either way, they can be worshipped. Village here, and the funny thing as well, Chinese can also use livestock a bit better than other civilizations as well, because their villages also act as livestock pens. They do fatten slower than livestock pen, but nonetheless, they can still fatten livestock for pretty much for free. Because after all, you only build villages for building population space. You don't really build it to fatten livestock, unless you have the opportunity to do that. Chinese players now select a deck, the 1v1 deck, including tea exports, northern refugees, holy refuge, wood coin, Yuko News, Mandarin Duck Squad, Wang Pikemen, Steppe Riders, Mongolian Scourge, Flamethrower Castle Rickshaw, Diplomatic Intrigue, Fire Rat and Shields, Coin, Arquebusts, Rangdell Swordsman, Repelling Volley, Bayang Army, Meteor Hammers, Hand Mortars, Intervention, Higher Manchurian Cavalry Archers, Higher Ming Iron Troops, more Arquebusts, and Flying Crows. And for the Indian player who's aging up with the Agri Fort, we got the Wood Trickle, Wood Coin, Dravidian Martial Arts, Sepoys, Sowers, Fencing School, Diplomatic Intrigue, more Wood Trickle, Higher Tiger Claws, Infinite Wood, Burmese Swordsman, Sepoys, Royal Green Jackets, British East India Trading Company, Malhat Lancers, Siege Elephants, more Malhat Lancers, Elephant Combat, Sepoys Gurkhas, Siege Elephants, Malhat Lancers, and Mizoran Rockets. Unlike other pets and other initial units, the Mongol Scout does not provide additional damage against Guardians, so it's more closer to a free envoy. The Chinese player is currently aging up with the Temple of Heaven. It's not the... Allows you to use a Transcendence ability to heal all player units. Allows the Shadowmancer to heal friendly units. Upon completion, 3 villagers. Huh. This is probably the least used of all the wonders you age up with, right? For the Chinese. This does give 3 villagers, which is quite nice. Get a free shipment of 3 villagers. He's already gone for Northern Refugees, which got what, 2 villagers? So he does have a spike of 5 villagers. Opponent has only 14 right now. Agri Fort point of view, he's not building any more villages at the moment. Maybe not improper income for it, or maybe he's designed for aggression. So we've got a village opener for the Chinese versus a sepoy opener for the Indian player. The Agri Fort building out sepoys is very nice for him. Transcendence ability can be quite nice. Mark it here. So right now, the sepoys coming out is going to cause Red some big headaches. He's got some Chuko News. Mandarin Duck Squad wouldn't be half bad as well. Bring a Shim of Wood. War Academy not being built. That Mongol Scout got ripped apart. Is Mongol Scout classified as cavalry? Yes, it is classified as cavalry, so he will receive bonus damage from the Agri Fort, and as well as outposts. Actually, no, the Agri Fort does not do bonus damage cavalry like outposts. Either way, it's dead. You now have the Old Han army being deployed in the field. Quang Pikeman not going to be useful, but Shukonos will. Well, the best thing he can deploy in the field, bringing in Shukonos does not have enough food for the Mandarin Duck Squad. I don't know why, I'd like saying that name, Mandarin Duck Squad. What's more duck-like than a flamethrower? You will spot Temple of Heaven. The village now taking some fire. Chukanos finds a volley there. Chukanos have 16 range, so they will outrange sepoys. And they do also have ×2 damage, though they have skirmisher multipliers rather than archaic archer multipliers, being a somewhat archaic crossbowman. He has these number of Chukanus on the field. The Quang Pikeman could be held in reserve for the time frame. Local kitty cats being bashed in the face. It does get a free disciple there. Do note disciples also are classified shock infantry, so they're not good for the sepoys. Those cans do lose their succulent eggplants. Another old Honda army there. He does have a handful of salvers there, so the pikemen going to see a bit more usage now. Red has a decent defense force. Blue has a good, decent offensive force. Want more? This time, stated army gave him some step riders, which are a cheap Hussar variant. There's also some Gurkhas here as well. Those step riders could be decent against those Gurkhas. Both sides are building up. Both sides I don't think has a real advantage. Chinese player feels like his army's better, but it's also being defensive, so his larger army doesn't mean all too much. Other than saying live, of course. Chinese player's not bringing a shipment of coin. He may be eyeing for an age up. These Zacks are no longer talking back. Don't be eating them. I don't know why I couldn't see the food. They're neutral objects, but either way, the axe will be quickly in. And now do have the Confucian Academy being employed on the field, which will give them some free flying crows, as well as 8 arquebuses. Arquebuses are a skirmisher variant. It would be very useful against those sepoys. More sepoys being employed on the field, as well as shipment of Azaps and Delis. Gurkhas are advancing. The step riders could find an opportunity to engage. Does get good volley there. Azaps now employed on the field. They are heavy infantry, decent against cavalry. Many bring the militia and irregulars. The sentries and irregulars. Mongol scout does get volley there. Pikeman needs advance, gains space on the cavalry. Now there's the sentries and irregulars. Red is starting to get overran. Confucian Academy is almost built to get some arquebuses. But right now, Blue's army is just very, very large. May have sent to me villagers there on building the Confucian Academy because he's lacking military units, so he didn't have enough economy to build up more units. And Red does back the game now. The Sand Grade saying, "Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay." Is that replay? I think it was. A bit too sensitive. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replays. On the right side is the blue British with Aelan. On the left side as the red Mexicans. We have Trust in the build order. What is this deck going to be like? There's a good chance that a Mexican player will revolt, but may be doing something weird with a name like that. Deer sort of going down here, or whatever these deer are called. The Nilgai. A weird name for food. Trading post being built instead of map, and the trading post being built on the side of the map. More of the middle guy being gunned down over here, and has, of course, a shipment of coin here not picked on up. Not wasting time on coin. You need food. You can't eat coin unless they're chocolate coins. We got a William Cabot now for the English Explorer. Not sure if that's a random generated name or custom name, by the way. Over here we do have, not treasure, a foreign name as a name of this explorer. We have a deck here. We've got the main deck, which does include villagers, Hacienda Wagon, Independence Movements, Cathedral Constructions, Villagers, Wood, Coin, Insurgents, Solteros, Chinkos, Soldados, Dragoons, Falconets, Calanco Cuirassiers, Wood, Los Caladeros Battalion, Insurgents, Refurbished Firearms, Heavy Cannon, Factory, and Spanish Sympathizers. This suggests to me he may be moving for an Age 3 revolt, though I could be mistaken. And now I've got GMT, that must be the Greenwich Mean Time, or whatever it's called. Greenwich Meridian Time. Greenwich Time, Wood, Coin, Musketeers, Scots Guards, Team Grenadiers Guards, Cavalry Hit Points, Advanced Arsenal, Glorious Revolution, Villagers, Coin, Musketeers, Coldstream Guards, Hussars, Cavalry Combat, Falconets, Fort, Longbone, Gentleman Pike, Hussars, Concrete Rockets, Factory, and Factory. No age up yet by the Mexican, nor by the Brits. Because the names of the map, we got the Udasi Temple, which give you access to some chocolate throwers, which are a light infantry grenadier unit, if I remember correctly. So actually more close to obelisk guns, if I remember correctly, but they don't get bonus damage to shock or light cavalry, so they're more or less a unique unit. Monkeys getting shot. Trying to steal the monkey's ginkgo leaves. British player is now aging up to the governor. The Mexican player is aging up with the Querétaro. I probably butchered up any sort of name. Monkey down. He's killing off this general, is being a tyrant and stealing the monkey basket of mangoes, which they may have misplaced.
¿Cuál es la orden?
And now the general's gonna be killing off the local kitty cat and steal the aspen. Two shipments are available for the Mexican player. We do not see independence movements. We may see maybe the wood and coin. Yeah, we are going to see the coin and wood, or just the coin. Going for the Artiga reforms. Advise fast. Your next federal stance grants rewards twice. Next barracks upgrades free. So we may be going for an Age 3 revolt. Haciendas enables haciendas provide 20 population. Gives a bit of rebate of haciendas, basically effectively reducing the cost from 600 wood, which is quite a bit, down to 400 wood, since 200 wood in housing. Not great, but okay. If you get cards to get you more haciendas for free, it can be a bit more of a compounding factor, but not really, in my opinion. So right now, with that first card, you got haciendas plus 2 villagers. That would put up to 40 population support. And the Mexican player's bar rate age on up. I wonder what times 2 shipments he's gonna get. We got some of these rhinos going down. Rhinos. Their scientific name is translates to unicorn. So he just kills off the unicorns and steals their tramped Gurkha skirmisher. Aging up with the, how do I pronounce any sort of name? Kauhula? Julia? I have no idea.
¿Quién busca salvación?
And blue actually has some natives. Can bring some chakram throwers. Red may spot this. The Gurkha does not offer good siege damage, but does offer a good gun to shoot more of the local kitty cats and steal their live oak stand. Or live oak they'd like to meander in as their cats. Age 3 for the British player as well. Go the Mohawk Statesman to give him access to some native warriors that take no population and a bit more specialized against anti-cavalry specialist. Handful of manor houses being built out on the field as well. There's Mohawk Haudenosaunee tomahawks. Not sure what that state gives. I don't think I've seen the state really be researched, so I can't remember what the state cards are off the top of my head. Did he get more cows? No, that's water bison. So, oh, maybe got him shipments of wood. Looks like got coin and wood from the shipments. Oh, that's not bad age up. But maybe I'm for a revolt relatively soon. His cars are haciendas, improve spawn, make settlers build faster. So got a decent amount of hacienda stuff, and land of Zagara. Inspiring flag can be replanted almost immediately, boost the work rate of military buildings by just 25%. Interesting. Not super great. I think he might finally went that for the extra experience and wood shipment. He has enough to age up. Now he's revolting to the Rio Grande. Got a decent number of Black Watch mercenary Highlanders. That's a large. That is a deadly force. We do not have the Revolutionaries pull on the field, which are decently statted. Looks like the Revolutionaries are a little bit more higher statted than in this version. I guess all of these weapons are upgrades are free. He has a ship available, going for the Culverins. 4 Culverins, not bad for an aged, quote-unquote, aged. I don't know how to call this. 4 Culverins is a good card. That's a good amount of Culverins. 3 Falconets a good counterpart. Maybe better go for 3 Falconets card, honestly. Because right now the shipments take some time. Be sure to install out for the Culverins. Put them right there. Culverins sitting on top. He is trying to gun them down now. 1 Falconet overkill. You need 2 to hit 1, but you will get the kills. Revolutionaries and Gurkha advancing. Falconets will go down. The Culverins may just want to pack up and try to run away. Bring a shipment of Falconets. Probably should have gone for that shipment first. Culverins picking off some units. Culverins take some hits. Trying to run away. Revolutionary and Gurkha firing away. This Gurkha is going to be very important, though it's not a veteran Gurkha. It's going for a shipment of Revolutionaries as well. 16. I am not sure what else this. So this Rio Grande gave him free siege guard upgrades, I guess. He only has the barracks or artillery found in the field. I don't know if it gives him access to other guard upgrades. Like in barracks, I really don't know what Rio Grande offers. 3 Falconets is important. Good volley there. But he doesn't really have any massive all-up. He's going for a shipment of Revolutionaries is important. The British player could go for industrial. Yes. His opponent does not have a threatening force in the field, that's for sure. Revolutionaries, 60 Revolutionaries, a standard like revolt card. Age 3 revolt seems pretty similar to other Age 3 revolts.
Mande.
Keeping the Culverin reserve, gonna heal the Culverin with the Padre.
¿A dónde nos dirigimos?
Gonna take time to torch this stuff down. He's gonna be aggressive with Falconets. British player could counter with Hussars. He has Hussar shipments. Maybe a good idea to go for a Hussar. Shipping in some Hussars. I don't... Falconets setting on up. Red will get the first shot. Red just lost 2 Falconets there. Oh. Concrete Rock has been put on the field. It's not looking good for Red. I don't know who chatted, like, how do you EE like that? Let's see. Two cans? Not sure what that means.
Listo para pelear.
¿Cuáles son mis blancos?
He does have field guns, which are better, of course, and Culverin Royale. Still shipping on howitzers, bringing his own factory. Hope he can get out the, I probably can't get the Imperial Heavy Cannon upgrade. I just don't know how Red's gonna follow up with everything. Yeah, go. No, just Red just feels like he's lacking follow-up punches. Blue, going for Gentleman Pike, which is Revolutionaries. Not really too. Yeah, it's supposed to guard pikemen, so they do actually have higher DPS than Revolutionaries in melee. And they do offer, I don't know. Villagers taking some hits there. Losing some villagers a bit foolishly to these Revolutionaries and cannon. It's a coin deposit. And no vills, yeah, because he revolted. I think he does not know about Mexico. And plus, I mean, these units do have good vision range. He was maybe heading to this trading post and found the village right there, because after all, if you're trying to take down a trading post, this is in vision range.
¿Cuál es sí?
When it comes to movement of units, you gotta see what he's actually trying to move to. In this case, it was those. There's a trading post there, that's a good spot to move to.
Preparado.
He's using the Culverin to scout around.
¿Cuál es su orden? Sí. Hola.
He's also using the Padre to get some healing done. Heavy cannons being put on field. He is going. The heavy horse gun still being researched. Revolutionaries being deployed and out. Was there more chatting there? I'm not sure what's going on. Bonnie scout there. I just don't agree with Red's build order. We do, however, got now the shipment of the concrete rockets, giving them great defense position. British player, of course, needs more manners in the field.
Ready.
Comandamente.
Another round of revolutionaries. At least that card is very good. After all, 16 revolutionaries. They're not exactly super high statted, but they're basically a veteran musketeer. They don't really have the damage compared to a musketeer. Let's take a volley there. Heavy cannons trying to eye for counter barrage. Got 3. Picks off one of the Culverins. This is a Culverin Royale, so it's able to get some extra damage off. Heavy cannons engaging the artillery pieces. Starting trying to overrun these concrete rockets. Great hit there. The other set of rockets doing some great work. Heavy cannon does go down there. Rockets do go down. He doesn't have enough shipment for another round of revolutionaries. Pikemen circle formation. Revolutionaries do have not great siege damage. It's doing decently well. My voice is doing decently well. Sorry, I just saw your Rumble comment. Thanks for the concern. But I know one thing. If my voice is starting to go out, that's the point where I try to call it in. No need to push myself. Good rocket hits there. Another heavy cannon deployed on the field. Both these rockets are at full health. Of course, got the two culverins here. You need something. Blow it on out. Let's see. One shipment will soon be available. What should you go for? Flank is, of course, an escort of pikemen and a decent amount of artillery and counter-artillery. You don't wait for map hack, but yet he's falling back. Let's see. Maybe something against the pikemen. The dragoons could be decent. They can gauge pikemen at range and potentially the artillery pieces. I think the dragoon card may be the one that's going. Nope, it decides to go to the revolutionaries. I think the dragoon card would be better in this situation. Nope. Now you could go for this one, but you could save that one a little bit more punch. Can potentially get up to 24 settlers here. Oh, what card did he just use? I was not paying attention. What the card did he just use? Where did that just come from? I was too busy reading, wasn't paying attention to research, and all of a sudden, there's now a mass of militiamen. Or disintegrating pretty quickly. Oh boy, my game's lagging. I think because I'm fighting water, the water physics is going crazy. Minutemen are going to be, or militiamen are going to be down to 1 health. You must have some sort of card or ability at the town center that allows to deploy a whole bunch of militia. Heavy cannon does flank, does take out the head these cannons. The militiamen are now down to 1 health. So they're going to be going down waves. But the thing as well, militiamen don't give experience bleed, so they may be killed quickly, but they won't give any benefits to his opponent. Okay, I must have missed something big to see all those. Maybe had a unique town center bell thing to get what, 200 militiamen? Oh, and looks like blue backs of the game. What on earth was that? Either way, there's an grade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay. Yep. Is this the same replay that was posted also in the forums? Nope, this is actually a different replay. So, let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. As well on bottom left side as the blue Swedes, we have Merc. On top right side as the red Incans, we have Oregon, Richter, 609. That's about, it all depends. Some days I can go for well beyond 2 hours, some days I can't go well beyond 2 hours. When it comes to speaking and casting. Also, maybe it depends on what I'm doing. If it's a game where I'm like doing like a first person, like times where I was doing like Solaris or War Thunder, I'm not constantly narrating. On this, I'm sort of am. It also depends what I'm doing today. If it's a quiet day, maybe so. Today was more of a regular day. When it comes to natives map, we do have some very important water buffalo to be tamed by both sides. Incan player can always go for a farm to get them fattened up a bit better. Swedish player will have to go for a livestock pen. And this map is also asymmetrical. We got the Sufi Moscow here, gave you access to Quiz Balazs, which is a heavy range cavalry Lancer combination. And over here, we've got the Jesuits. We'll give you access to fan favorite, the Conquistador. Fan favorite as in Age of Empires 2 fan favorite. Yeah, Stellaris. I think they have a lot of expansions, and I think there are new expansions since they have so many expansions and people have issues of which expansion to buy first and get the game pretty expensive. They're actually now switching to like a season pass sort of thing, which may be not bad for the game. After all, there's a lot of expansions. I'm actually decent at Stellaris, depending on which patch, honestly. For I've beaten the times 25 crisis multiple times, and it usually takes me a bit of time to do it on certain patches, but I eventually learn. Huh, we got two tin mines pretty close by each other. That means I'm pretty sure the torps can only collect it from one mine at a time, but he could perhaps get some stacking torps there, so they can transfer once one gets consumed, it goes to the other one automatically. Red has gone for some fishing boats. Fishing boats named Fishing Boat on the field. Okay, that's definitely a custom name. Ger Klein Drake. I have no idea what that means. We do have a deck selected here. We got the land deck with on a hybrid map. Blueberries, Settlers, Wood, Coin, Pikemen, Hussars, Team House Bernadette, Juliet Sicklebrook, Leather Cannon, Heisenberg Ironworks, Dominions, Coin, Platoon Fire, Leather Cannon, Hussars, Carolines, Light Gun Cartridges, Falconets, Snaplock, Contract Hessian Jaegers, Copper Mines, Heavy Cannon, Factory, and Siva Lifeguard. Versus the Incan deck of Out. Outpost? I'm not sure what Out would stand for. Villagers, American Allies, Villagers, Coin, Chimney Runners, Plume Spearmen, Jungle Bowmen, Hooray, Range Infantry hit points, Range Infantry attack points, Warthog Travises, Chica Bruin, Villagers, Wood, Unhunted Travises, Melee Infantry, Hurla Cross, Renegade Spanish, Gmu support, Ka Jam Maraka support, Machu Pikachu, Road Building, blah. Polos Warriors, Cha Cha Poya support, and Cola support. Fishing boats being obtained. Both sides can go for heavy wood through torps, and now in this case, fishing boats. Maybe that's one reason why the Incan player is going for fishing boats, expecting his opponent to go for torps. Though granted, Incans do also have access to Contra House. 170, 16 population, food trickle. Overall, let's see, 70 points, 70 wood for 60 or 0.6 food income. It's a decent rate, but in versus 70 wood for 0.67 food per second. So it's technical same wood costs, though I suppose this does provide a bit more housing. while this does provide a bit more food generation. So overall, I think the fishing boats are definitely more economical. While the Conchas do offer just good, have more multi-support in form of food and population support. More Concha houses being built now. We got a good number of torps on the field. This Scout Shock Hybrid does have 25% less damage versus villagers, so only does 1.5 damage against villagers. Barring the armor, which is 20% armor, so who knows what precise number that is. Either way, not great. Warhut Traps is now being deployed on in. These Warhut Traps do also have additional hit points as well. Bring a shipment of Plume Spearin, which is a good siege unit to bring on in. And versus Hussars as well, he does have a handful of Plume Spearin for defense. That may have been for the big button. More Plume Spearin there, so he's getting some great damage on these Hussars. Losing all these Hussars doing very little work, and now he has forward production here. Hussar's been pursued by a Plume Spearman. And also, oh, he also deployed them back here rather than those war huts. So, in this complete circle, them traps them there and gets annihilated. That's a pretty good killing. More jungle bowmen being pulled on the field, fishing boats up here. It's also looks what appears to be crude whale deposits on both sides. So there's plenty of coin out of sea as well as fish out of sea. More jungle bowmen being employed on out. Torp under siege. Torp does get torched. Carolyn's moving around, and I think I should have restarted my game because I think I'm starting to hear the audio bugs appearing. Oops. There's still some more water buffalo here to be obtained.
Hello.
Hello.
Bethel?
Sorry, I'm using myself a bit too much. So I'm building another torp there on the copper mine. Source of copper is one component of making, or should I say 9 components for making tin, or not, or bronze. After all, to make bronze, you need 9 parts copper, 1 part tin. So he has 90% bronze there from that mine. And here's a tin, so he has plenty of tin here for the bronze. He's trying to fall back, has a sizable force here. Blue needs a lot more military units. Going for some leather cannon. Leather cannon could be quite nice right now. Carolyn's being employed in the field. They do offer less damage. Roughly the same DPS as musketeers at range with a higher attack speed.
Bethel?
Definitely a good idea not to go for Chimin runners against the Swedes, since Carolyn's would just get bonus damage against them no problem. And these villagers are going down. That's a good number of villagers lost. He's down to 18 versus 30. Not many more fishing boats, just going for a decent 10. I would say 12 is a magic number here because there are 4 or 3 whale deposits. Each can support up to 4 fishing boats. So you can support up to 12 fishing boats out at sea. For more villagers now, bringing more Carolyns. Leather cannons are decent anti-infantry support. 40 damage times 3 versus infantry. They will one-shot jungle bowmen, and they will not one-shot plume spearmen, but still put a decent hole inside into them. Chimirana's got to pull them out. I think that's from the shipment. I'd still say that's not a great idea. Carolyns do get bonus damage, hand shock, 30% additional bonus damage. So he may go with the Chibi runners just in case a handful of leather cannons and perhaps harass some villagers. Corpse being torched. More Puma Spearmen being pulled on out, or Plume Spearmen. Puma Spearmen's Aztec. Plume Spearmen are the Incans. Hussars pushing the way forward once again. Got the Tin Mine here to harass. Not so much now. And now do got the guild nets being researched as well. More Chimi runners. And now I've got the Chica Brewing, increasing the food cluster rate from Conchas, pushing up to what, 1 food per second? Or close enough. Cow down, or water buffalo down. Does kill the water, or nope, that was a cow next to the corpse, so we'll get it clicked on up. Got these forces forward. Still got 2 warheads there. Got a massive force of Incans here. As an army of 50 versus an army of 32. Needs more Carolines. And also leather cannons. Leather cannons would be decent. Jungle Bowmen are anti-heavy units, so the Jungle Bowmen will do just fine versus Carolines. So you may start to plant more leather cannons. There's Artillery Foundry. I mean, it's safe to assume if fighting against Aztecs or Incans, they even be fighting against mass infantry. So leather cannons will generally be quite good, so as well as falconets. Of course, he's not age 3 to bring the shipment of falconets. He's bringing a shipment of blueberries. Some of his berry bushes are getting quite low. That one just disappeared in front of me.
Ers Majestät?
64 military units there. The handful of Hussars will be decent against the Jungle Bowmen, but the Plume Spearmen here in good numbers. Trying to find out what you need. Way forward. Leather cannons for forward. Chimi runners coming for a flank. Leather cannons trying to get overran. One leather cannon does go down. The other one stays alive. Gains some good shots from the Jungle Bowmen. Oh, over here we do have some Chimi runners, gain some more villagers. Very, very nice. Now it's ready to run a counterattack there, so you can't really engage these forces. You have to get inside the town center. He's not properly inside the town center. I think I'm getting hit by a sound bug. Yep, the town center is firing, just a sound bug. Pikemen now being shipped on in, which will be decent against the Chimi runners. Swedish players have now 21 villagers. The Incan players at 42, has double the villager population, and has access to the contra houses to be countering out the dwarves. He currently has 7 out of 12, so effectively 1 income versus Heisenberg Ironworks, who effectively have 1 as well. So he's about 5 behind the Torps and when it comes to income, but that's by having twice the popular villagers is also much better. Pikemen. And maybe we actually go for the Juliet Sicklebrook to get a leather cannon and 8 pikemen. Mark it there. He needs more leather cannons. He's going for some grenadiers. Grenadiers. Grenadiers offer good siege range armor. They have 50% range armor, which will pretty much more than nullify the bonus damage from Jungle Bowmen, and while having still decent health and good AoE. Yeah, I think Grenadiers would be a good option. He has to be careful about these Chimi runners, so those pikemen would be a bit more decent against Chimi runners. They offer a little bit bonus damage versus artillery, which I think Grenadiers are not classified as artillery, they're classified as siege units. And honestly, Carolines would be more than adequate against Chimi runners. Yeah, I think Caroline Grenadier would be a good composition. And it's easy to keep the Grenadiers alive. They do have the same range as as his Carolins, so they say mixing the formation better than leather cannons. Leather cannons also cost a decent amount, while Grenadiers, they still cost a decent number amount of sure. But they don't cost wood. Wood is the least useful, least gathering resource. Yeah, I think Grenadiers would be good. Though avoiding those Chimera runners would be a good idea. Grenadiers now running on in, getting some great damage. Carolyn's firing away. His formation is not good. Being split apart. Pikemen getting some decent damage as well. They have the cover mode, so getting 50% range resist will be useful, help absorb more shots. His formation's still crap. Wait for it now. Chimney runners. Swedish player's down to 15 villagers, so Swedish player needs to push forward and win. That's the only option. He has lost the economic war. But the Grenadiers doing some great work there. Chimney runners trying to flank around. Grenadiers do less damage from shock. A lot less damage than shock. Grenadiers need to be tasked forward here. Let the Carolins fire against everything. Chimney runners have flanked. Chimney runners have gone down. Grenadiers offer great siege damage as well as 41. Carolins offer standard siege damage for musketeers. Going for the town center and production buildings, probably what he needs to do right now. He has the two structures here. I don't think going for country house is worth it. He needs to go for production structures. And he will get some shipments through destroying the country houses, that's for sure. Bring a shipment of hussars, coin, help phase economy for one last push. Also some hussars. Incan player actually getting multiple houses down. You don't have to destroy too many opponents at pop cap. Destroying one more Contra house would actually put his opponent at pop cap. Of course, that's with our cast vision. He sees the ships. I don't know how effective grenades are against ships. Grenades do no bonus damage versus ships. Never really think I had to look at that before. People don't really deploy Grenadiers all too often, nor fishing boats. Let's deploy out some more Chimney runners to still a good number of Carolins. Hussars will at least be on equal footing against them. Red or blue needs to take out these war huts. They're a higher priority than taking the Contra houses. There's 3 war huts here. You can destroy them very quickly. They do have increased health thanks to the war hut card. He's not aging up. That's probably a bad idea when your opponent has an arm this large. Just going for the messenger, which is the fast age up. And the message will be attack. And should have come before the age up. That's the message. He also has some militia on the field, which will offer some decent fire support. Carolins enter melee mode, which they do less damage versus light. I suppose they'll be decent against the Chimney runners. They have 20 DP, 20 damage per strike. I suppose our DPS would be higher in melee mode than at range mode. I have no idea what it's saying. Are you... Ah, you are the cheat guy. Oh, that's what it's reading. Incan player has way too much food and wood in store. He's not been spending his economy. I think he's talking about militia cheats than the command cheats. War huts being pulled on the field. More of the houses started going down. He could have gone for some Quizbalash. This heavy range cavalry, that would have been actually really good. I suppose. No, wait. Carolyn's two bone sanctuary versus heavy cavalry, so the Queen's Balash won't be actually good in this situation. Whoops. Don't listen to me. Got decent number of war huts there. He needs to pull out anything. Overall, more jungle bone will be generally good. Chimera Marauders wouldn't be half bad. Jungle bowmen do cost food and wood, while Chimera Marauders do cost food and gold. He can buy lots of good amount of housing, so he is at pop cap right now. He's also collected most of the fish out at sea. Has 12 fishing boats, very good. That's enough for all the whales. He's actually running out of food pretty quickly, isn't he? No, never mind. He has nearly 4,000 food. He's not properly managed his economy. He's actually not building anything. I think he's just AFK at this point. No, he's not. I think he's trying to go for industrial. No, don't go for that. Does have, of course, the veteran long jungle bowman research. Does get around pike. He's going for the big buttons. Does get a nice ambush there of the pikemen. Hey, I didn't see a big button actually selected there. Maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention. Big buttons do research pretty quickly. Does get the hurler cost, which are grenadier variant and anti-siege variant, but it does bonus damage to artillery, not siege troopers, which are what the grenadiers are. But they do siege damage, which is bypass range resist of the grenadiers. Loose economy has this amount of wood and coin. More Carolyn stream on the way forward. He's also going for fishing economy down there. Incan player still has quite a bit of economy going. He has plenty of popular space, going for the Machu Pikachu now. He just needs a place to pull it out. He's going for war huts and contra houses down here. But that area is revealed with thanks to this nearby dwarf who's still alive. You can see he's that much. May not have the town watch research, or the research we shall not name or talk about whatsoever. Warhut taking some damage there. We've got these forces moving around. All this stuff will go down, which we have quite a big experience for the Swedish player. He's now bringing some fishing boats over here. He needs to get out of Caravel in this region to start picking out the ships. There's the Machu Pikachu there.
Ja.
That stuff's going down. He's starting to put some walls here for a bit of defense. He needs more wood for some contra houses, at least one. He has enough for Imperial Age, which is not a good idea. He needs to pull out units. He also needs to pull out. There's another contra house. He needs to really build it quickly. Does torch the dock there. Got some idle fishing boats, I believe. Yes, he needs to retask them onto the whales or fish. This Torp is still not been torched either. Can you make the... I guess you can't make the structures attack it. He's actually garrisoning the Citadel in order to get some more damage. Our torch is down, which also gives one's attack ping. There's a Caravel now pulling the field. Prince Sianen, the Caravel, engaging fishing boat, the fishing boat. And as well his brother, the fishing boat, the fishing boat. This will bump up the damage of the Citadel. And there's no escape. He built the Caravel out after he torched the dock, so they can't garrison anywhere. They should be tasked with the gold on the whales. Oh, wait, never mind. There's the big button. Very nice. I forgot about the big button. I can start engaging the dock there. Can task these fishing boats back. He has only lost one. But now we've got a Caravel over here, sitting on top of the... Oh, he's actually collecting up the humpback whale. We will torch these torps as well. But now shipment, more Carolines being brought in, and more Grenadiers. The Swedish economy is still not super great. And we do not have the 2 covered wagon card. Oh, we also got the fire arrows. Huh, why is that fire arrow research or I wonder why don't they ever get the fire arrows or arrow attacks for the town centers? We got this town center here, which will provide more anti-ship bombardment. Falconets to outrange the Citadel. Another town center here. He has plenty of food for building out villagers, so the Incan players can still get back in the game. Incan player could not Incan player, the Swedish player could blow out more heavy ships and provide some shore bombardment in this region. Chimney runners heading up north. Got some hussars engaged in Chimney runners and picks up his war chief. More hussars coming up here. Who's now advancing? Who will find a pretty upgraded citadel, able to one-shot some of these forces. Maybe a bit overkill. Let's see, 36 times or 35 times 6. Well, it's a little bit OE, but it does get quickly torched down. Does get out of the garrison. Carolines now engaged in melee. They do less damage against light infantry in melee. So the elite jungle bowmen will do better in melee than the Carolines. Of course, they don't want to be in melee engaging Carolines with the falconets shooting them. Everything's being torched here. Have more cannons push way forward. Town center here, not garrisoned at the moment. Nor ships being built. Raiders will make short work of the war hut. Bring a ship of Chimney runners. 10. It's the Chimney runner temple. Also gives some extra hit points. I mean, the Grenadiers right now are a good option against him. After all, they're anti-infantry and anti-structure. Oh, he may have missed. Nope, he's not mistaken. I thought he was attacking the wall segment by accident. Jungle Boom do find a volley there. He needs those, what they're called, Hurlicanes, in order to engage the Falconets at range and counter barrage them. Bluish player right now does have shipment available. Has quite a bit of food and wood. Maybe the 1,000 coin shipment could be useful. He's going for Platoon Fire. Platoon Fire will give him additional damage versus heavy cavalry and shock with the Carolines, and as well as give them plus 10% damage. Great hit there by the Falconets, taking out the Jungle Bowman. Both Falconets now down to the Chimi runners. Carolines still far away. Got the Grenadiers now rotating around to hit those Jungle Bowmen. Chimi runners heading down south, engaging some of these forces. Grenadiers don't want to fight the Chimi runners, especially in melee, because they have minus 85% damage. But they have one AoE, so they played too much Team Fortress 2 and used Ultra Bull Kabir too much. Overall, right now, if it's supposed to go for mass Chimi runners, as well as Jungle Bowmen, Hussars wouldn't be half bad in Heavy Cap. They'll be on somewhat equal terms against the Chimi runners, as well as being good against those Jungle Bowmen. They're just getting gunned down by the Carolines. Grenadiers need to start hitting those Jungle Bowmen. Carolines need to start hitting the Chimi runners. Great damage there on those Jungle Bowmen. They're really stacked up, and the Hussars come for a nice little flank. And that is the end of the replay. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Yep. Got that sound bug developed. Should have restarted my game, but that is my last replay I have in store for everyone. So, my apologies everyone. I'm going to have to end the stream. Everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and get some good rest. Enjoy.